Hey guys, remember that time when I got arrested and I got a misdemeanor for having like just a little ash of pot? The pot wasn't even mine. That's the problem. The pot wasn't even mine. It was the girl that was driving it was the girl's pot, and like she was such a bitch that she literally wouldn't admit to it. And it's just like, honestly, this girl is going nowhere anyways. So it's like, why don't you just admit that you're why don't you just admit that it's yours? This is the whole problem with like people. It's like, if it's your pot, just admit it's your pot and just deal with the repercussions. Like, honestly, I was smoking it, but it wasn't my pot. It wasn't my pot. Honestly, it wasn't my pot. So it's just like, now, like years later, decades later, a decade later, it's legal. And I told the cops, I was like, I thought they were cool guys. I thought they were cool guys. Actually, I thought they were nice guys because they could have charged me for something else, for like, driving under the influence. So, but still, it wasn't even my pot. And this girl was saying like, "Oh, it's not mine." Obviously, who's gonna admit to it? Someone with real class. Someone with real class. Someone who actually has dignity, self dignity, and self respect would actually admit that it wasn't that it was their pot. So I admitted it. I said it's my pot, even though it wasn't my pot. So obviously, I have to take the repercussions of it. And it's just like, oh, obviously obviously this girl is not my friend, but I fucked her later, so it doesn't matter. But it doesn't matter to me. I fucked her, and then so she was obsessed with me right after. After I fucked her, of course she's gonna get obsessed with me, which always happens, by the way. It just happens for a little while, and then after I tell her that in a weird way that I just fucked you to get you back for being a little cunt to me. And like, oh, is that going on Facebook? I can't say that on Facebook, sorry. But like, after I fuck her, and I show her that the reason why you didn't fuck me is because you have no soul. And then so I basically got revenge. Frances Farmer got revenge on this girl. She was so obsessed. So eventually, she was so obsessed that like she started doing crack. Not with me. I don't do crack. I've never done crack. But she was so obsessed with me that she had to figure out a way to get over me. And how was it with crack? So yeah, that's La Vida Loca. Is that how you say it? With the accent? La Vida Loca. Yeah, I guess so. That's my life in a nutshell. In a teenage turtle shell, in a teenage turtle pizza shell. So these little pizza shells. Remember those pizza shells? Where you're like, oh, it's so hot in the inside, but it's like it's very soft on the outside. Remember that time when I used to get real coffee because they thought I was a loser. Because they thought I was a loser and I was going nowhere. And now that they know that I'm not a loser and that I'm actually like a famous rock star and a famous author and a famous fine artist, now they give me decaf. Remember that time? Yeah, I remember that time too. It still happens. And they still think that they're being nice to me because they don't give me coffee. I remember that time very well. I'm enjoying this life. I love this life. And remember that time when the people at Starbucks think they act like they don't watch my Facebook feed like crazy, but they're obsessed with me, so they still watch it just to see what I have to say about these people. It's not that they're wondering what I have to say about them. They're wondering what I have to say. Period. In general, like people just are obsessed with me, and then they're like, remember that time when I thought I wasn't obsessed with Harry, and then one day I just can't stop staring at him because he does the weirdest. He's not a person. He's an alien, and he gets abducted by aliens all the time. And remember that time when I'm getting abducted and like some guy like shows up, and he's like, I want to get abducted too. I want to get abducted too. It's honestly that's what happened. Some guy, I was getting abducted, and the guy ran right to my ex girlfriend, and he's holding her. He's holding her really tightly. Obviously, he's trying to fuck her. Maybe he did. That's the problem. And then, so who didn't fuck Sarah Hart? Who didn't fuck Sarah Hart in the ass? Anyways, yeah, who didn't fuck that slut in the ass? Anyways, you guys, over and out, guys. I'm just waiting for my next abduction so I can go to Mars before Elon Musk. Yeah, so if I go to Mars before Elon Musk, tell Elon, we need reinforcements. We need more Martian women to populate this planet. We will have our green cards though. We'll actually do it the right way. We'll actually try to get our green cards first, and then we'll actually get citizenship before we actually try to work here without. And we'll actually pay taxes this time. Some of us will actually. We'll all pay taxes. Not like a lot of people here. Bye. 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 Bye.